When I was a kid, I always wanted an RC tank, and I tried to make regular toy grade tanks into RC, and I'd had some from Radio Shack, and they sucked. But anyway, this is the Tonga A1 Abrams, and every once in a while after you run it, you have to take it apart. You have to take the top of the tank off of the hull and repair things inside. On this tank, there are 6 screws that hold the top to the hull. Eventually, the threads pull out because the plastic that this is made of is very hard and is not favorable to taking the screws in and out frequently. In my next project, this is called the Corpse Hauler. And I was thinking to myself as I was creating this abomination, hey, let's put the receiver box in a different place because it's going to be locked up in there because of how I built this. And I decided to do the magnet thing on this receiver box. As we go along, I'll show you what I used. I'll give you the Amazon link, and you can order these magnets. These are 6mm or 1/4 inch N42 ceramic magnets. You're going to put one on each side of the top and one on each side of the bottom, making sure that the polarities match as you're putting it together. Otherwise, you're going to feel dumb when it doesn't work after everything's all glued in. And speaking of glue, I used E6000 because it's good for this particular purpose. It's going to adhere these metal or whatever magnets to the plastic and be good with it. So you can order these N42 magnets off of Amazon. They're not expensive. I recommend getting a lot of them because there are plenty of places around your RC hobby or even around your house that you can use these magnets to fix insignificant problems that you never knew you had. The next tool you're going to need for this project and wherever else you're going to use these magnets is the 1/4 inch Ryobi Forstner bit. Forstner. 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 You can get it at Home Depot. Unfortunately, in my Home Depot, you had to buy the whole freaking kit, but that's what you need. Once you get all your tools together and your E6000, you're going to start planning this out. It's not super difficult. Anybody can do this. But make sure you have your 4 magnets, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and your Forstner bit. And then we're going to start doing this. It's very easy. There is not that much material where these magnets are going to go for this RC box, this receiver box. So you basically just drill them out with this Forstner bit and dry fit the magnets to make sure that the polarity is correct. And you'll start with one side. I did the top, and I applied the E6000, and then I taped it shut, making sure that the top magnets wouldn't stay glued to the bottom of the box. And the next day I came back and I did the bottom. I glued those in, taped it shut so that the magnets were meeting as they were supposed to. And then on the third day, everything was cured and the magnets were sitting as they're supposed to, and everything worked out fine. This is what both sides should look like, with the magnets pretty much trimmed to the surface of the mating surface of the RX box after they're glued in from the back. Okay, and when you close the box, they meet up, and you have the I think it's like 60 pounds of force to close this box when everything's done correctly. And here is going to be your finished product. You don't have to use any more screws. You could just pop this lid off and adjust rebind your transmitter to your car, or I don't know what you're going to have in there. Try different channels instead of having to get up in there with a screwdriver, which is a pain in the ass because then you have to take the body off and all this other stuff. This situation works out much better just using the magnets. you can use these magnets on the receiver boxes for ARMA, which would be a benefit because it's kind of a pain to get those screws out in front of the battery. You could use them for any application. Magnets are your friend. Go magnets. Anyway, I hope you like this video, and thanks for stopping by.